Divine greetings and gratitude, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel if y'all are new here. My name is Cassandra. I'm the witch, author, and poet of Magic of Eden. Welcome to your new spiritual safe haven. If y'all are returning, hey family, welcome back to our sacred garden. I'm always honored, excited, and elated to be in your presence. Thank you all so much for coming on to my YouTube channel, or our YouTube channel. And we're just going to be doing a collective reading. I have no idea what this reading is going to be about today, but I'm hoping that it serves you for your highest and your greatest good. And one thing that I do want to say is that, as you can see, this is a pretty crowded altar today. And the reason is because I have a lot of tokens of gratitude right now. And I just decided to just allow the energy to just flow. These were the things that I saw that I wanted to, that just felt right coming together. So I just simply allowed it to be. Recently, I've been a lot more patient with myself and doing the best that I possibly can to allow myself to grow and evolve and just simply enjoy for the sake of enjoyment and not for the sake of really, I don't want to say not building anything, but I've just simply been enjoying things to simply enjoy them without any expectation of trying to make money or trying to make profit or try to, what is the word I'm looking for? Commercialize it. I don't know why that's the word I want to come through, but we're just going to go with it. So yeah, the reason why we're on here right now again is because I wanted to do a reading for us today. I don't know exactly what the messages are. I have not heard any words yet. In fact, I'm still sitting here trying to put this incense in this thing here. I don't know if you guys could tell, but usually this works, but I'm hearing the words "take your time" now as I'm trying to get this in here, which I'm usually pretty good at. But for whatever reason, I'm having trouble doing what I normally do. And I feel like that's a message really all in itself. I know that sometimes we get into these modes where we do things because we know how to do them. And then it just simply becomes like second nature to us, or we do things for so long to where it just kind of becomes second nature, and then it becomes like routine. And then you almost kind of, I don't know if you can relate to this. Let me know down in the comments if you can. It's almost kind of like you start to just do things that you enjoy, but then it becomes less of an enjoyment because you just get used to it, or it just becomes like second nature. It's just simply like a part of who you are now. You don't find anything special about it. So you just kind of go on and be like, you know what? I'm just used to doing this. It is what it is. I've been doing this for so many years now. And, that's just what it is to me. Like, it's just what I do at this point. And I don't know why, but the word is gratitude. It's like still, even no matter how long you've been doing something for, be committed to the fact that you have the skill set or the ability to do it, but also still be grateful and still pour into that and switch it up a little bit to allow yourself to expand, to grow, and to evolve, and not be so, I don't know why the Hierophant card wants to, well, the Hierophant is in my third eye right now. It's like, that's so funny that I say that because I'm turning the cards over now and I see that actually there is commitment. So I'm actually going to leave that down. And we also do have Spark. So that's funny because the first two cards that wants to come out now are these two from Oracle. Anyway, it's almost kind of like the Hierophant where you have like a systematic way of doing things. This is tried. This is true. This is what I'm used to. This has always proven to work. And even if this is what proven to work, that does not mean that that's all there is. You can still expand your mind, implement a new way of doing something in order to allow yourself to expand, to grow, and evolve, right? And I feel like you can take the old and implement them into the new, but don't expect to get new outcomes and more things if you're always doing it a certain way. Yes, there's beauty in doing things systematically. There is results, but sometimes they just simply get that result and it doesn't expand or grow or evolve. So for whatever reason, I feel the need to say that maybe this is a time in your life right now where you're realigning with more commitments. Not more commitments, but you're committing yourself to the things that you know are going to be lucrative. That's so funny because the word recently has been lucrative. It's been coming through for like the past, I want to say a couple of weeks now. It's been coming through my readings, other people's readings that I've been doing, and now it's coming through you guys' readings here on YouTube, which I find to be very interesting. So it's lucrative. It's something that's going to bring you a lot. It's going to bring you a lot. And I'm seeing fish. So there could be like an indication that either someone is either pregnant or that someone could be pregnant with ideas. This is Empress card energy. It's like you want to expand, but there's a lot of, it's like a watery essence to it. I'm seeing fish. It's connecting me to Pisces. It's connecting me to the ocean. It's connecting me to just to like sea life or like aquatic sea life. So this is something of plenty. And I also heard that there's something that is like untouched, like untapped, or like a pot of wealth that is not well known, and you'll tap into that, and then you'll start to reap the rewards of those or those benefits. But I just heard that it's like something mysterious. It's low key. Not everyone knows about it. That's what I'm hearing right now. It's like not everyone knows about it. Anyway, the more that you commit yourself to your purpose, the more that you commit yourself to yourself, actually, the more that you commit yourself to what you have going on, I feel like you'll find more spark. You'll find more inspiration. This spark is an inspiration, or is acting as inspiration that allows you to tap more into your creativity. So this is bringing me to 11th house energy, to, I don't know why I want to say 12th house energy too, but also 5th house. Like it feels like those three houses, and it feels like I'm hearing the words, my greatest hopes and wishes. This is what my greatest hope and wish is. And I'm hearing Spirit say wishes fulfilled, but the only way you're going to fulfill that, or we are going to fulfill that, is if you put the work in. Because for some of you guys, it's like, I just heard the word escapism. I feel like boredom and perfectionism for some of you guys is a way, it's like a form of escapism. You get bored and then you're just like, you know what, I don't do this anymore, I'm bored. And for some of you, I'm hearing like I'm hearing like ADHD. I don't feel like anyone has ADHD or anything like that. In my own personal belief, right? This is my own personal belief. I just think that people who have they're just people who have like a lot of energy, who are very sensitive, who could do a lot of things, are multi-talented, and their focus can be on so many different things. And I feel that that's a beautiful thing. And I feel like that's what could make you unique. And I feel like it's like your inner child, never left. Your inner child was never suppressed. In fact, for some of you guys, what was going on outside of you kind of exacerbated what you already were feeling, if that makes sense. So if you were someone who was already very active, if you were already in touch with your inner child, the more that people try to reject that aspect of you, or try to make you suppress that because it made them uncomfortable, the more that you acted in it. And I feel like it was like this act of rebellion that allowed you to continue to go and to remain true to yourself. That was something that came through for somebody. I really don't know who it's for, but I'm going to let it be who it's for. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to fight it. If that was yours, that was yours. You can take that or you can discard it. It's up to you. What I also will say though is that this commitment and this spark card, this is bringing me to, I'm definitely hearing the word of like longevity, but also what's coming through is the fact that that card was jumping out. What's also coming through is the fact that there's something that someone has been thinking about for a while, for like a long time now. And it's almost kind of, I'm seeing this flame go in and out. It's like this candle light is, it's turning on and then it's turning off. It's turning on and then it's turning off. It's like lighting and relighting itself, or it has to keep lighting itself. And I'm hearing like gasoline, which is interesting that I'm hearing gasoline, because gasoline is the fuel that you use in order to keep the car going and moving. There's something in you, or you want to keep moving and going, but you're running out of like gasoline or fuel. Allow your inspiration, your creativity to be the fuel, and allow your emotions to power up that spark in order to keep it going. And I'm seeing a rocket like blasting off into space. So this to me means that you are filled with so much light, with so much inspiration, with so many ideas, and it's time for you to start birthing those things. I'm seeing a vision of an egg. So you could be pregnant with something. Someone is pregnant with something. Either you are pregnant with a baby girl, or you are pregnant with either, I don't know, it could be a girl, boy, whatever, but you're pregnant with something, right? You're pregnant. Like, I'm not trying to wish that on you if you don't want to be. I get that. And if you are not literally pregnant, then you are definitely pregnant with some type of creative energy that you yourself are getting ready to express. So this is also bringing me but queen energy, where whether you are male or female or however you choose to identify, right? Your gender does not matter, but the energy itself, it's like this divine feminine energy where you are wanting to nurture, to carry, to to birth this thing, and the thing that you're pregnant with is spark. Like, you're pregnant with the inspiration. And I feel like this is something that Spirit is saying that I want you to be committed to. This feels divinely purpose driven. This does feel like North Node energy. I don't know why, but I'm hearing someone say, I want to know if I'm headed in the right direction. Sweetheart, you have always been headed in the right direction. You just needed to be redirected back into yourself. That's really what this is. What I'm hearing is that you are the star of the show. Star card energy is coming through my third eye right now. It's like you have to allow yourself to be the star, allow yourself to shine. But before you can do that, you have to go within your own darkness. You have to go to see where your Chiron is. Funny because we just had a Chiron, no, not a Chiron, I'm sorry. We just had a full moon, full moon in the sign of Virgo, which is also a blood moon, lunar eclipse, right? Or half blood moon, however you want to call it. And this is all about us understanding that we can have laser focus on the things that we love, but at the same time, Spirit is saying is that with this commitment and with this spark, Spirit does not want you to be harsh or haughty or overly critical of yourself right now. If anything, you are wanting, or Spirit is calling you to nurture your gifts, to nurture your talents, and to implement them when they are needed. And also, Spirit is saying to just have fun doing the things you love to do without any expectation that this has to be your livelihood, meaning that you have to, create this like way of like living as far as like making money and things from it. There are some things that you can simply enjoy doing and just do it because you enjoy it. Because when you keep doing things systematically to make money or to make a profit, it almost kind of becomes transactional between you and your life, and then you and your guides and whatnot. And so it's these transactional relationships that Spirit is saying is that I don't want you to have those anymore. I want you to have deep, meaningful, impactful relationships, and not just the ones that make you money, because this transactional, this consumeristic mindset is exactly what's plaguing the human experience. What we want you to do is we want you to tap into your ability to love, into your ability to have gratitude, into your ability to simply love yourself and shine your light so that you can help your other family return home and shine their light as well. This goes well beyond the ego. This goes well beyond what you believe in your matrix. And this, I'm getting chills as I'm saying this. It's like you have to get out of this mindset that you have to continuously be transactional. Being committed does not mean to be transactional. What it means is that I am committed to love, because love is the spark that lights the way for me. And I really do feel like someone needed to hear that. Let everything that you do be in the name of love, and don't ever doubt yourself, and don't let yourself believe that you have to be transactional, because the more that you do that, you lose a part of yourself. A part of your humanity is stripped away each and every time it becomes transactional. Whether it be transactional sex, whether it be transactional conversations or relationships, it's this robotic way of thinking that keeps you away from your purpose and away from the things that you really do love. And so Spirit is saying to you now that we need to get you outside of the robotics. Like, put the wires down, put down the metal, put down the pipe, or I don't know why that's coming through, but take it as it resonates. Put down the pipe, put down like I'm seeing like wire, like pliers, or like those things that you use when you're making jewelry and then you squeeze them to close that loop. Put those down. Or for some of you, you may want to pick them up because you simply want to create jewelry. That could be something for someone. Be committed to doing things that you enjoy, because when you do things that you enjoy, what ends up happening is you start to tap into this more creative aspect of yourself. And when you do that, people start to see, oh my goodness, you are just so brilliant. Like, you are just so amazing. Where have you been at all my life? Like, where have you been at? Like, you've been hiding. Like, come here, come on. Like, we want to show you off. Like, you're so gifted. Like, where have you been? And that's what I see people getting into. Like, I cannot explain it. And that is just what I feel. Like, that is simply the message. Like, that's the message. And I'm gonna stand knees, waist, breast, neck, head deep into what I said, because I feel it strongly. And then coming apart. The funny thing about this coming apart thing is that I feel like you may be in a space where you feel despair, because you feel like, damn, like everything that I once knew was just falling apart. I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know who's around me anymore. Who am I? It's like this crisis that you're going through in your life, where it's like you are getting to know yourself all over again. But that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And I say that because even though this is the dark night of the soul for some of you, and I know that term keeps being used over and over again, but forgive me, I'm not trying to sound cliche. I'm allowing the messages to flow through. This is what it looks like when Cass is passionate. This is what it looks like when I feel the messages deeply. This is just what it sounds like. So just keep up with me, y'all. When the fact that I'm hearing the dark night of the soul is like you are going through something that is so it's so I don't know why the word is untouching, but like people would not dare to put their hands on that because they're afraid of it. What you are going through, what you have lived through, people will be afraid of having that dream, right? And you are living it in everyday life. And so Spirit is saying it's because of that that you are qualified. It is because of that that you are going to be a star. I'm trying to tell you, you are going to be a star. And the more that these things fall apart, this tower moment here is bringing me to the tower card in tarot. It's like when these things fall apart, beautiful, let them fall apart because you're about to see everything for what it is. Everything is being exposed from down to your own truths, what you deny yourself when you've been lying to yourself, the things that people have told you, the lies that you told other people, the lies that people have told you. Everything is falling apart because this is the turning point in your life. This is the turning point. So allow this to come apart. Allow things to break away. Allow yourself to unfold. Allow yourself to lose yourself, because in the midst of you losing yourself, you are going to find yourself. You are going to find purpose. You are tapping into purpose. But it takes for these things to fall out of your life because there's so many things in your life that are distractions. You keep scrolling down Instagram and you're scrolling on TikTok and you're consuming too much. What are you creating? You are consuming, but what are you creating? Right? Spirit is asking you. It's so funny that I'm mentioning this because I'm talking to you through a camera on YouTube and you're looking or listening to this on a screen, and now I'm telling you to put it down. So after the video, or even now, I don't care that it messes up the watch time. If you feel called to right now to put your computer or your tablet down, do it now. Write the idea, pause the video, come back to it, do it when you need to do it. Whatever idea comes through while Cass is talking, you can be writing those down and meditating with those and sitting with those, because that is the spark. That is the spark. That is the inspiration. This spark is inspiration. And that is what Spirit is wanting you to tap into. And it's interesting because every time you allow yourself to tap into this purpose or into this spark, everything else that does not fit that then becomes not only a distraction, but it becomes like, I don't know why the word is dead weight. It's like dead weight. I need to shed this weight. And you may be on a weight loss journey. Your body may be breaking apart right now. Your body may be breaking down. Allow your body to break down, because every time you break down that muscle and you keep exercising it, it's going to come back stronger. Some of you may be dealing with the health issue that you feel that you can't get out of. Yes, you can. We have to change this negative self-talk. We have to change the way that we think, the way that we feel, the way that we eat, the way that we present ourselves, the way that we walk. Like, we put some pep in your step, hold your head up and say, you know what? I deserve to be here. It is my right to be here. Because what is his name? Neil deGrasse Tyson. There could have been so many other versions of people, right? Or what did he say? He said that there could be, out of all the people that can exist, you exist. That is so beautiful, right? And he speaks of it in a more like not mathematical, but like more of like a scientific educator kind of way. But that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. My phone is ringing. You guys give me 1 second. So sorry, that was my mother-in-law. She was calling because something was dealing with my kids, and she wanted one of her grandsons to call her back. Because they were discussing like a car that Rakeem or that Maya wanted. So anyway, yeah, where was I at? So yes, just allow that to be the spark inspiration. You guys, I went on a tangent, right? Magical shapeshifter. Please explain the magical shapeshifter. I don't know what that means, Spirit. What do you mean by that? Okay, we also have magic stream. Okay, so this is regarding like magic. This magical magical map shifter. This to me, I just heard like changing ways or like shifting ways, like changing things up. This is so funny because I feel like magical map shifter, if you were to turn the map this way, you'll see like a different part of the map that you haven't seen before. I'm going to read magical map shifter actually in just a second. And yeah, magic stream. I'm going to read both just because I want to be sure. And I want to see what the writer wrote and why they wrote it. Okay, here we go. Upright. When the magical map shifter card arrives, it comes with a mission to make you aware of the people who come into your life to impact your personal growth. Perhaps you may meet a soulmate whose presence invites you to be the best you that you can be, or someone who leads you out of difficulty and into a place of safety or success. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path today and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be awake and aware, and you'll recognize them for the important change agents they are. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. I love this. The magical map shifter always initiates you into a better version of yourself. Everything that is going on in your life right now, the people who are leaving, the people who are coming in, are helping you to shift the map so that you can be in alignment and you can be the embodiment of your higher self. You are becoming this star. You are being asked right now to commit yourself to being the star that you know that you are. I love that. And I love that. I am so passionate for y'all because I know what it feels like to not be yourself. I know what it feels like to be lost in believing in who you should be or who you believe you should be because of the expectations for others, because of what you can do for other people. And for those of you, I'm going to be real, I relate to this so much, at least that aspect, because again, like I said, I've lived it. And I myself had such a hard time believing in myself because I always felt like I wasn't beautiful enough, because I was someone that does not look like, other witches, and because I don't have this type of frame, or because I, don't have this kind of skin tone or whatever it may be. Like, I did not trust myself in my process, and I held myself back a lot. I did not show up for years because of how inadequate that I felt. And this was directly related to the fact that I had also a Chiron, I have a Chiron in Virgo, right? So Chiron in Virgo 5th house placement is nothing to play with. So even if you don't have that placement, I know for a fact that the people that I'm meant to serve are people who have also gone through that and or who go through that now. And I'm here to tell you that no matter what this world says about you, you are you, and there will only ever be one of you, nobody else. I said this before in another video, and I'm going to say it again. No one else will ever have your curl pattern. No one else will ever have your, I don't know why the word is loop-de-loop. Like, no one will ever have your loop-de-loop. No one will ever have your fingerprint, right? No one will ever have, like, your skin, your birth chart, like your DNA, nothing. They can be a replica or a mirror, but it will never be the same. There will only ever be one you. And so you be the best you that you could possibly be, without apology, without expectation, and without permission. You are here to take up space, because guess what? Joke's on them. There is no space. So there you go. Anyway, so we're going to go over to Magic Stream. That is number 18. Magic Stream. Everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. I'm loving that. Every experience you have seems to have its own life story, with a beginning, a middle, and eventually an end. However, there is danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all part of a continuity and a greater evolution. Like an ever-flowing magic stream, your experiences filter through the whole world, one leading into another, informing and influencing still more. Inspiration, right? We were talking about that. Inspiration, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is a shared storehouse of potential. When you remember you're part of the fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. This is bringing me to how, remember earlier when I think I said something about how, like, you are here to shine and then you help others to shine and then you, like, help them shine and go home or whatever. I feel like this is what it is. It's like you yourself, the people that are coming into your life, it's not accident. It is not an accident. It is not a coincidence. It is purposeful. It is divine purpose. And I feel like the people that are coming into your life right now and the people that are leaving all are a part of the story. Nothing should be left out, right? Nothing should be left out. There are some things that you can keep to yourself that are sacred to you, but then there are other things where Spirit is saying, I don't want you to leave out any details in this regard, right? There are some things or details you do keep to yourself. Those are sacred. That's between you, your guide, spirit, whatever. But what I'm feeling is that everything is connected, like a constellation. Everything counts. You are one star, someone else is another star, someone else is one star, and then together you make the Big Dipper, you make Orion's Belt, you make the constellation Capricorn, Virgo, Sagittarius, or whoever, Pisces, to name a few. And you all individually shine, and then when you all shine together, you all form a big picture, a big cosmic picture. And like what Spirit is, I'm seeing like a telescope. There's something about space exploration and looking to the stars for inspiration. Sit under the night sky where you are and if you can, like if you can see stars, great. If not, scry into the sky and then picture constellations, or picture yourself being drifting off into the universe or into this cosmic water. I don't know why I want to call it cosmic water, but I'm just going to call it that. Like for whatever reason, there's this phrase, cosmic water, like the cosmos and the water. Like there is an underwater world here waiting to be explored, and it's everywhere. It's up, it's down, it's everywhere. I don't know why that came through, but it did. You guys, we are like 20 something minutes into this reading and I still have not pulled tarot, and it's okay. I got all of that. Oh my goodness. Did y'all see that? What was that? Talk about truth. Talk about truth. And here we go. It begins. Truth is here. What else is here, Spirit? Okay, you have the Merlin here. Alchemy, justice, balance. Okay. All right. Can we see that? There we go. Hey, balance. Okay. The eagle. Spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realm. Okay, so this is the reason why I felt so cosmic, because this definitely feels like high vibrational energy. And the eagle could be like your animal totem, or it could be your spirit guide right now. Remember that one phrase from, oh my goodness, Forrest Gump is coming through. You guys ever seen Forrest Gump, where Jenny was like being mistreated and actually abused and things like that? I believe it was like by her dad. And I believe she was praying like, dear God, make me bird so I can fly far, far away from here, or something like that. There was something about her asking to be turned into a bird so that she could be free, so that she could be free of her pain, free of her suffering. And as a child, you yourself could be someone who suffered as a child and you wanted freedom. You wanted to be out of this space. You wanted to be out of hell, or you may have been abused. You may have been taken advantage of. Or your inner child may have been taken advantage of. And you're praying to your gods maybe you're praying to your gods, or you're praying to your angels or your archangels or whoever else. You're asking for help and you're like, I just want to be free. Like, I don't want to feel constrained. Like, I want out of this. I just want to leave. Like, I don't want to be in this anymore. I know that there's more for me. Spirit, show me the way out of this, because I know that there is more for me. I don't want to feel restrained anymore. I feel the devil card's energy in reverse. It's like you have prayed and we are answered, or we have answered. We are answering you now. If you've been praying for freedom, it's here. Also, spirit, integrity, connected to the angelic realm. You are being carried. This card to me is making me feel like there's something about like the process of you like breaking yourself down. It's this calcination process where you start to break down the ego, the distillation process. You start doing your shadow work, and now you're saying, Spirit, I want to be free now. Free me from this. This is a burden. I no longer want it. I want to live in my purpose unapologetically. I want to live in every last version of myself. And Spirit is saying that you have the truth that is being revealed to you now is that you have permission. You always have permission. You didn't need it. You may have needed our assistance, and we are here to help you. We have always been here to help you, and we are always answering you. We are always answering you. That's why we ask you to go into meditation, so that you can hear us. We hear you, but you're not hearing us because you're not sitting with yourself long enough. You're not sitting in your own space long enough. You're not sitting in meditation long enough. This is the power of meditation. We need to speak to you now. Sit down so we can speak to you. Go into meditation. I need you to wear white. Wear white. You are pure. You are protected. You wear black a lot. Wear a little bit more white. For some of you, take it as it resonates. For others of you, I want you to wear more black. Protect yourself. Work with darker colors. Work with obsidian. Work with those colors. It's not bad. It may be negative, but that's because it draws in. It's a receptive energy. That's what divine feminine energy is. It draws in. It does not chase. It attracts. It just does. It just exists. It just is. And things go, and people and whatever goes to seek it. And that's just what it is. And it's okay that it's like that. Spirit, is there anything else? But this Merlin here, alchemy, justice, balance. I feel like there are some things that are being purified. The Merlin does point me to Virgo. It does point me to Chiron. So funny because we're talking about alchemy. And that definitely does. That is a Virgo thing. That is a Chiron thing. Also, Chiron to me also does connect me to Sagittarius. So you definitely could be a Sagittarius listening to this as well. You could have very strong Sagittarian quality to you. It's the philosophy. What do you learn throughout this process? What have you learned throughout this process? Right? If you're looking for wealth, there you go. And Spirit, is there anything else that you... Talk about independence and restriction. I'm not kidding. Okay. So the cat here, independence, healthy boundaries, and restriction. I feel like you yourself, because of who you are restricting access to you. This is you stepping into this high priestess, this priest, or this high priest, or this, you are someone who is sought out. You're sought after. You are the, or a walking embodiment of this universe, of this void, of trust your psychic gifts and abilities here as well. Like, you want to trust yourself a lot more. Give yourself a lot more credit. Give yourself a lot more credit and trust yourself and restrict your access. Not everybody has access to you, and that is what makes you even more valuable, because you are not allowing everybody to infect your energy. Keep it pure, keep it light, keep it clean. A moment of silence. Uh-oh. I butchered that shuffle, but it's okay. I'm not judging myself. I just heard that this is a restricted area. VIP, very important person. You are not being restricted, but Spirit is saying that it is restricting access to you, and as it should be. You have the Four of Wands here that is coming out in your reading. You have the King of Wands here. You have the Fool card here. Okay. What else is coming through? Oh, what is that? Four of Cups. A card of uninterest, of not being interested. But it's deeper than that, though. It's not just about non-interest. You have the Two of Wands. You have the Hermit. Of course you have the Hermit, because that's a Virgo card. You have a Ten of Cups here. Spirit, any final messages? That's so funny how I feel like tarot was like... it's like the last cards that I'm pulling, which I find to be like hilarious, because I usually start off with tarot. And it's usually a non-negotiable. Oh my God. Talk about trust and get the Hierophant. Stop it. Okay. King of Swords. In reverse. Okay. So, Spirit, any other... talk about restricted access. I just seen it. It was a Nine of Wands. Oh, well. It's not here. So, basically, I feel like you have the High Priestess here. You have the Four of Wands. You have the King of Wands in reverse. You have the Full card. You have the Hierophant. You have the High Priestess, the Hermit, Two of Wands, Ten of Cups, Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords, King of Swords in reverse. Yep, Divine Masculinity is taking a step back right now. In fact, I feel like Divine Masculine is in its place now. I do feel like, I just heard the words trust your guts. Like, you need to trust your gut. And I also feel like you have to trust that things are falling apart for a very specific reason. I do feel like you yourself are learning how to direct your energy. You're learning where to implement your divine masculinity, which I find to be very beautiful. And I feel like I don't see this King of Wands as a negative thing. I don't see this as an abuse of power. If anything, I feel like this King of Wands is coming to understand the power and the impact that it makes. It's not the fact that you are a woman or that you are a man or whatever. It's just the fact that this divine masculine aspect is starting to remember who it is. And this fire is awakening, and it's being implemented into things where it needs to be implemented. I feel like the Four of Wands here is that there's so much, and with the Two of Wands here is that Spirit is saying is that there is so much for you to look forward to. Get excited about it. Be enthusiastic about it. You may have felt depressed. You may have felt like, damn, like, why is it, excuse my French if you guys are listening to this around your kids. My bad for cursing. I'm trying not to curse as much. Anyway, so basically it's like, man, like, I've been through so much, right? Like, I've been through so much, but at the same time, it's like, yes, you have. And what did you learn? I also feel like the High Priest, and this is not to excuse what you went through, and I'm not trying to diminish that. I'm just you guys know that sometimes, like, when I'm on one, okay? So the High Priestess here, the Hermit, the Ten of Cups. I feel like, if anything, it's like this isolation, or the moments where you spend alone. This is the reason why Spirit is wanting you to spend time alone. Like I said, like, it's this point in time, like, where you go into meditation, or you go into, like, your own sacred space, whether it be to your altar or out in nature, where you can hear God speaking to you. And the Hermit understands that it is through solitude that it knows more. It's through solitude, or it's in this moment of solitude, where it can ground itself, where it can ask the question why, where there's no outside influences impeding or infecting his thought process, right? It's like you have your own thought process. Trust that, because you are being guided through this space right now, right? The Ten of Cups here, you have the Ace of Swords. There definitely is a truth here that is being shown to you about what happiness really does mean, about what fulfillment really does mean. But in order for you to get there, or for you to feel that or experience it, because the Ten of Cups to me is an experience. It's not just about you obtaining this. This is you simply experiencing this. What are you experiencing right now? What are you feeling? Like, what is it that you feel within your body? What makes your body excited? What gets your creative juices flowing? Where do you feel the most fulfilled? This fulfillment is an experience. You're here to take you're here to take it home. You're here to bring it home. But home back to you. You are rediscovering yourself outside of the noise, outside of expectation, outside of what people believe about you. You are experiencing you all over again. And that is the best thing that I could wish for you. It's for you to experience yourself for the first time in a long time. And if you feel like you are not experiencing yourself to your full potential, to your maximum potential, then Spirit is saying good, because it's not just about a potential. It's about what is real. It's about what is true. And it is about who you are. It's not just a potential, because potentials don't always manifest. They don't always pan out, right? It's just a potential, right? Like a tarot reader can do a reading for you, and it's just a potential. It's a potential outcome, right? But the beauty of this is that you can always change your mind to get something different. Okay? I don't know who needed to hear that, but there it is. There it is there. I do feel like what Spirit is saying is that with this Seven of Swords here, and also with this Knight, with this King of Swords here, it's like, listen, I'm choosing to get out of this way of thinking. I'm choosing to go the other way. I feel like if I head this way, that it's way too toxic. It's too restrictive. I'm good. I'm letting loose. I'm letting up. I'm expanding myself. Also, this to me is the card. Like I said, we were talking about you were talking about the universe and the cosmic universe. This is so amazing. This is so beautiful, because this is connection. You are connected to all things. Remember how we talked about that constellation? I'm going to say that that's the constellation, because when you think about this flower of life here, all things are connected to form this one thing. That's the spark. Where's that spark at? No, it wasn't about the spark. It was about not the cat. Where is that card? It was the card after this one. The magic stream. That's what that's all about. This magic stream is connecting me to this full card here, because it's where all things meet and all things exist, and it's untapped and untamed potential. But at the same time, you are here to experience it, to get grounded, and to do it. Now it's time to do it. Spirit, are there any other messages that you have for our collective right now? Death is here. And any other card, Spirit? The Magician. I cannot. And the Five of Wands reverse. Okay. All right. I feel like that's it, because this reading is long, and I feel like it's long, but it's okay. You have Death here, and you also have the Magician, and you have the Fool card here. This to me definitely is speaking to your whole life is changing. Like your whole life. Your whole life is changing. And I feel like it's changing it's changing for the better, but also this is bringing me to magic. This is bringing me to mystery. This is bringing me to you literally working your magic. You're becoming the mystic. You're becoming the sorcerer. You're becoming the sorceress. You're becoming the priestess, the priest, whatever. You're becoming this person of infinite wisdom that people go to. If the more that you read, you are going to become like a walking encyclopedia. Take it as it resonates. Or you could be a walking encyclopedia, and that's what makes you unique. That's what makes you you. What is your uniqueness? What can you bring that is unique to you? Right? And trust it. And trust it. New beginnings, endings and beginnings are manifesting. No matter where you turn, no matter where you go, this new beginning is happening right now. No matter where you could have turned, no matter where you go, you cannot hide from the change that is happening in your life. It is favorable. Okay? I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. That was a lot. And I know my energy was so fast. I'm a Sag moon, so my energy I zoom through it, like at times when I'm really inspired and when I feel like when I have high energy, my energy can be very fast paced, as slow paced as it is. It's so interesting because I'm a Capricorn sun, I'm a Taurus rising, but I'm a Sag moon. And so I feel like that Sag moon kind of makes up for for the slow movement that I that I do sometimes. Anyways, I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for spending time with me here tonight. If y'all need anything from me, please feel free to visit me online over at CassandraTurner.com. If you guys have any questions, please let me know down in the comment section and or email me at info@CassandraTurner.com. Also, feel free to follow along with me on Instagram over at Magic of Eden. I have some goodies and some things cooking up behind the scenes that I'm going to be sharing with you all pretty soon. I'm going to be adding some more ritual and apothecary items onto the website and whatnot. I'm rebranding, changing things up, changing the website. I'm going through a lot right now. It's so fun. It's so exciting, but I'm trusting the process. Okay. And I also ask that you please trust the process as well. If there's nothing else, thank you for hanging out, and I'll catch you in my next video.